Thanks for checking out another episode of Full Retard by Mentally Damaged. Today we have more Choosing Beggars, so let's get to it. First up, reverse choosing beggar took my 10 minutes of not responding. Oddly, using mobile, new to posting, you get it. My boyfriend has a twin mattress, can't blame formerly single guys for that. That once used to be on a frame, but it broke shortly after we started dating. So we moved the mattress to the floor. After getting a good job, small flex, I decided to splurge on a bed frame for him. On Craigslist, I found 2 people that posted things I thought would work. In my emails, I mentioned I'd need delivery, as I didn't have a car, truck, but would pay extra for the hassle. One guy responded almost immediately and he was the cheaper option, but I was at work when he tried to call. I can text as long as it doesn't interfere with work. Through our messages and further pictures, it was what I really wanted. Something that could fit a twin for now and a full mattress eventually, but then realized I needed a box spring. FDR, the frame was $25. When I mentioned this, he offered the box spring plus delivery at $75. Not only did I need to assess my finances, but I still had calls to make at work. In the span of me not looking at my phone for less than 10 minutes, the conversation went like this. Me, looking at the frame. My BF only has the mattress, I'd probably need a box spring. That may cause some problems, huh? Cue my work calls I have to do. Reverse choosing beggar, well, I have a box spring and all that. Would $75 work? Delivery and everything. No response from me. Cause work. RCB okay $60. Not even 2 minutes later. RCB okay $50. Frame, headboard, box spring and delivery. After finally looking at my phone, I'm ecstatic. I didn't even have to haggle, which I hate doing. We met up after I got off work and I gave him $60 for being so nice, and also I didn't have time to break a $20, so why not be kind? As a performance artist, I've had CB stories that make my stomach turn, but this felt so different, I just had to share. I've never had someone reverse haggle me so quickly, especially considering delivery. P.S. The bed looks great. Now my day off tomorrow is reorganizing his whole room. Genuinely excited. Thanks RCB. Up next, choosing beggar wants me to pay for whatever ice cream she wants. TDLR. CB notices me buy ice cream and asks me if I can buy her one too. Alright, this is my first post on this sub and I'm excited to tell the mighty tale. I've noticed a lot of posts here as screenshots of choosing beggars online, but my experience with them were often in real life, so yeah. As usual, I'm on mobile and English is not my first language and I suck at spelling, so forgive any stupid mistakes. I have a lot of CB stories, but today I'll share the first time I encountered one. Sorry for the long story in advance. Cast. CB choosing beggar, pretty standard. Me, moi, T, friend, pound, little brother, NK1, nice kid 1, NK2, nice kid 2, W, worker. Backstory. So, this story takes place in Romania, my home country, for 10 years before moving to the UK. This is important because the dialogue in this story is going to be translated and I don't have a great memory either, so it might be a bit wonky. Anyway, on that lovely day, it was boiling hot outside. Now, I lived in a small town, so we could just go around without our parents supervising us. On that day, I was in a park with T and Pound because he wanted to go to the park too, who was about 4 at the time. Since it was really hot, T suggested we go get some ice cream. Story. There was an ice cream shop 5 minutes away from where we were, so we didn't mind walking. Both me and T had money on us, not a lot obviously, in case of emergencies, and was generally our pocket money, so yeah. We go over to the store and we're dying from the heat but make it inside. I might like to add that in addition to the heat, Pound wanted me to carry him half the way. He could walk but he preferred to be carried. And he wasn't exactly heavy, quite light actually, but still. That just made me more desperate for an ice cream. Now, the store was not crowded despite the heat. That's because people in my neighborhood liked staying indoors until after 6 in the evening, when it got cooler, so the store was more or less empty. The only other people were a few teenagers. Anyway, the W asks us what we each want. They didn't have any crazy flavors, just your basic chocolate, vanilla and strawberry, plus a few others like lemon and raspberry. T says he wants lemon. I asked for a strawberry. I had to get my pound one too because I knew he would complain if I didn't. He got vanilla. The ice creams were each $5.12, that's like £1, so I had to pay 10.24 lei. No prob, I had like 15 lei on me anyway. So, while we wait for the W to scoop our orders, CS strolls in. Now, I don't know for certain, but I think she might have been an entitled parent too because she had 2 kids trailing after her. Not sure. Just for the record, the CB was wearing really nice clothes and had a what seemed expensive haircut. Pound was clinging to my foot because he knew the whole stranger danger thing, and I just talked with T. CB comes over to the counter and pretends to look at the menu. In the meantime, all of our ice creams are done and we made to leave the store. Boo. CS, excuse me. Now, at first, I didn't think she was speaking with me, but when I didn't turn around, she made her way over and tapped my shoulder. Both me and T turned to face her. Me, yes. CS, how much was that? Points at my ice cream. Me, $5.12. As soon as she heard the price, I swear she started with, oh woe is me, crap. Also, she couldn't have asked the cashier or something. CB, ugh, that is so expensive. Now, around my part of town, I knew things got a little pricey, but I didn't know how to respond. Me, yeah. CB, I was wondering, since you could afford to buy yourself and your little brother one of these, could you pay one for me as well? I think she only assumed he was my brother because we look a bit alike. Other than that, he could have easily been my nephew or cousin. Also, I don't buy stuff for strangers. Even at that age, I was nervous talking to a stranger, so I was already uncomfortable enough. Besides, I only had like 5 lei left and I wanted to spare it. Me, no, sorry. I haven't got much left and I intend on saving it for something else. CB, oh come on, don't be like that. Just buy me one. Do a good deed and help a mother in need, blah blah blah. Thing is, she only asked me to buy her an ice cream. Her 2 daughters were in the back and really embarrassed at this point. I felt bad for them, even though they were most likely older than me. Their own mother didn't want to buy them ice creams, only herself, and obviously could afford it because of the clothes she was wearing. T is very quiet. He's not mute nor shy or anxious. He doesn't feel the need to speak all the time unless it's with a close friend or family member, and even then it's strained. He watches the entire thing without saying a word. Me, you can have mine if you'd like. I only offered to give her mine because I wanted to get out of the situation I put myself in. I was willing to give this lady my ice cream because I wanted to go home. Even Pan started paying attention. T gave me a look that usually meant, WTF are you doing, dumbass? But CB was having none of it. She made a disgusted face. CB, no, the strawberry ones are horrible. I want you to buy me the chocolate one. How can you even eat that? At this point, I'm on the verge of crying because I didn't deal with strangers at that age. Me, Mom, I don't even have enough for one now. CB, bullshit. She starts yelling this, you obviously bought yourself and your brother's ice cream. She thought T was my brother for some reason. We don't look alike, but whatever. At this point, T had enough. T, miss, I think you need to walk away. My friend will not pay for whatever you want. T can get very rude with people he dislikes, but he was awfully calm to her the first time around. NK1, yeah, Mum. Just pay for your ice cream. NK2, or we could come tomorrow. But nah. This lady wanted me to pay for whatever she wanted now. CB, but she has to. What kind of heartless monster are you? Being so rude to strangers. I was 8. WTF. I told her no again and she snatched my ice cream and threw it in the bin. Saddest moment at the whole event. Pound was silent too until then, and now he started whimpering. I was almost sobbing at this point and W came over. W, what's going on? CB, nothing, just this little brat not wanting to buy me something. W looked just as dumbfounded as me. W, buy you something. CB, well, if this little bitch won't pay, then could you decrease the price of the ice creams? W, no. All hell broke loose then. CB, how could you be so horrible to me and my children who barely said a word through this? W decided on ignoring her and turned to me. W. What happened? T. This fashion roadkill took my friend's ice cream, and he went silent again. W. Mom, is this true? CB. Yes, she deserved it. W. Sighed and turned to me. W. I'll refund your ice cream for free if you want. I said yeah, cause I was still hot AF. CB. What? How comes she gets a free ice cream and not me? W. Mom, I'm gonna ask you to leave before I call the cops. They wouldn't have done much, but the lady violently flinched. She started arguing with the W again while he made my ice cream, and as soon as he handed it to me, I said a quick thanks and rushed out the door. Didn't really, because I had to match my pound pace and he was waddling. He was also really upset and crying. I'm pretty sure the lady screamed after us and swore at us, but we didn't care. We went back to the park and laughed about it, though I was still shook. My pound was fine after like 5 minutes. So yeah, my first encounter with a CB sucked, and sadly wasn't the last time. A pretty traumatic event, but at least I got a cool story out of it. Again, sorry for the length of this thing. Hope you all liked it anyway. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like us on Facebook. Our first contest will be at 500 likes. If you have comments, email us at opinions@mentallydamaged.com, and if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get all of our latest episodes.